I agree. So, no, excuse me sandali. I agree with fractured governance. I was a member of cabinet. So I have personal knowledge. I agree with fractured governance. I agree with the assumption that he is a drug addict because he continuously refuses to do a drug test. Napakadali naman, di ba? Tulad ko, napakadali naman. Sinabi ko kaagad, gusto niyo ng neuropsychiatric test o kung ano pa man yung test na gusto niyo i-take ko. Gusto niyo ulitin ko yung bar exams. Lahat yan gagawin ko. No questions asked. Gusto niyo ng drug test? Sabi ko, dagdagan ko pa ng drug test. Napakadali gawin sa akin yan. Ngayon kaagad na araw na ito, gawin natin yan. Pero, lahat, sabi ko, sisimulan namin sa Office of the Vice President ang drug test, kaming lahat. Diba? So, dapat, tayong lahat sa gobyerno, mag-drug test tayong lahat. Lahat ng mga congressman ninyo, pa-drug test nyo.
Taken out of context, and you also mentioned that they have a playbook.
Yes.
That they're going by.
Yes.
So can you explain to us that context? Set it straight.
Yes.
And also explain to us that playbook that you're talking about.
Okay, sige. So the context is, what did I say? I was asked, do you know about the Roman? I'm sorry. I was asking for the transcription of all that I said. I did not get it before I came down, so I have a problem remembering the exact words. Yes. So there was a question about Romanov, and I said, well, this is the first time that I've heard of that, but I've been warned by 2 persons already. 2. Be careful. I forget now what the words were said, but I will review my notes and I will tell you what that one person said and how he said to be careful, and that one other person, what that other person said. So, tatlo na yon. One person warned me, another person warned me, and then I was asked during a press briefing by a media person if I know of these plans, if you can say the word, if that is the correct word to use here, plans. So, I answered. I was asked, Romanov, and then I answered. I was told by 2 people, this is the first time I've heard of Romanov, so that is the 3rd already. And I said, don't worry about my security. If they kill me, if I die, kapag pinatay ako, or kapag namatay ako, in the context of don't worry about my security. So this means pinatay ka. Diba? Kasi hindi ka naman mamamatay by heart attack in relation to your security. Diba? So, pag namatay ako, I already asked a person to take revenge against 3 individuals. So, my question now to the administration, is revenge from the grave a crime?
So, but you already talked to a person
Yes.
to do that
Yes.
in the event that you get killed.
Yes. Yes.
So that much is clear.
Yes. So I have to die first. They have to kill me first. They have to kill me first. So now they can't kill me anymore. Unless they want to die.
And in the playbook that you were talking about.
Yes, the playbook. The playbook. Remember, they are known for political persecution. They suppress and oppress opposition. And then somebody was assassinated on the airport tarmac. Diba? They oppress and suppress, and the people were getting angry, frustrated, and what did they do? They created a scenario that there is a national emergency. They set bombs to create a scenario that there is a national emergency. And then they assassinated their political enemy. So that's the playbook. We already saw that in history. So that is my proof.
Pero Vice,
Yes.
based
Ang hindi lang po nagawa ni Benigno Aquino Jr., kaya po hindi siya ano bang tawag yan? Revenge? Ano revenge? Nakaganti. Hindi siya nakaganti. Kasi hindi siya nagbilin. Diba? Kaya, hindi nakaganti si Benigno Aquino Jr. kasi hindi siya nagbilin. But you know, Benigno Aquino Jr. is not Sara Duterte. So, ibang tao din siya. Ibang tao din ako.
Vice, right now, sabi ng Department of Justice, ongoing na yung kanilang ginagawa na investigasyon.
Okay.
So,
Sir,
based dun sa naging statement ko.
I have to cut that, sir, because I have to read the subpoena. I've not read it, so I need to write an answer.
So, ma'am, you've not read the subpoena, but just to confirm, you are gonna, when the subpoena is served and you've read it, you are gonna go to the NBI and to face the NBI.
I cannot answer that because I've not read what the content of the subpoena is. So, I do not know. So, we will stop about the subpoena, no? Let's stop talking about DOJ and subpoena and let's allow me to read through it and then think and then write an answer and then we'll talk.
Ma'am, let's go back to the threat. Sabi ni Badoy, sabi ni Badoy, meron daw kayong assassination attempt. There's assassination attempt against you before your birthday. Can you clarify this? Had there been really an assassination attempt before your birthday daw po ito, ma'am?
I have not talked to Lorraine Badoy, no? So, let me just talk to her and ask her, no, kung ano yung information niya. But we are actually preparing right now list of proof that they are, ano ba ito? The whole of government is going after one person, and that's me. But kung gusto nyo, basahin ko yung PSC, mas ano yon, mas merong, I discussed one threat. So, you wanna do that? You wanna do PSC? Okay, sige, let's do PSC. But, maraming salamat sa pagbabantay ninyo kay Yusek Lopez and kay Gina Acosta. And pakiusap ko lang na bantayan ninyo siya kahit mag-shifting lang kayo, maiwan lang isa just to make sure na, kasi may takot din yung nasa taas na, actually ang takot ni Yusek Lopez lagi sa gabi. Oo, kasi tulog lahat ng tao, nagpapahinga lahat ng tao. Walang makakapalag. So maraming salamat. Okay, PSC tayo. This is in response to the statement of the Presidential Security Command dated 25 November 2024. The Vice President Security and Protection Group was created and became an armed forces of the Philippines-wide support and separate unit by virtue of the Department of National Defense Order signed by former Secretary Delphine Lorenzana dated June 20, 2022 with a corresponding AFP table of personnel and equipment. This was a move to distinguish the security of the Vice President and make it independent. After I resigned from DepEd, nakikita nyo na yung pattern. After I resigned from DepEd, the unit was unceremoniously assigned as a unit under the Presidential Security Command. July 9, 2024 ang order ng DND. Therefore, the security of the Vice President is now under the control of the PSC and as a consequence is influenced by the decisions of the Office of the President. Presuming that the PSC is still a non-partisan professional organization, why is the command eerily quiet on the documented threats to me, my family, and the OVP personnel? The silence. Ito, natural assumption ito natin lahat. The silence is proof that the inclusion of the VP SPG in the PSC is clearly to undermine my security and nothing else. So that's one threat. Bigyan ko kayo ng listahan ng madami with proof. Ito, with proof. There's a DND order.
Separating your security.
Yes, no.
from the
Tucking my security under PSC, which is influenced
yes, opo.
by the decisions of the Office of the President. So ano yan? Lahat ng galaw ko, lahat ng ginagawa ko, kung saan ako, alam niya, alam nila. So anong gagawin nila? Anong value ng information sa kanila after ako mag-resign sa DepEd? Before, when I was with DepEd and working to help the administration, wala namang ganun eh. Diba? Tapos pag mag-resign ka, ganito ang gagawin sa security mo, imo-monitor ka. Oh, that's one threat. So, I'm coming up with a list of threats, pero we'll take that up baka next week na. Kasi, tao lang po.
Yes.
Hindi kaya magsulat ng kayo, mga gagaling kayo, mabilis kayo magsulat. Ako, kailangan ko...
Are you afraid? Are you saying that there's a threat for you to get killed by the administration?
Well, that is a possibility. You see what they're doing right now? That is an example. They are undermining my security. That is just from the PSC. Hindi ko pa dinidiscuss ang galing sa PNP. Diba?
Ang you intend to hire?
Yung nagsabi sa'yo ng dalawang tao, anong klaseng threat naman yung sinabi sa'yo, yung winarn sa inyo?
Hindi ko, mahirap kasi mag-browse ngayon. Hindi ko maalala yung words na ginamit. Oo.
Ma'am, with this,
I don't trust my memory.
Pero in what manner ba? Assassination plot ba yun? Paano ba yun?
Hindi, iba yung words na no assassination plot. But the general message is threat to life. Yes.
So, ingat lang, you said something like that.
Oo, wag niyo lang muna i-quote ha, kasi hindi ko maalala. I don't trust my memory right now, so I need to review the notes so that I give you a verbatim record of what was said by the two individuals.
Ma'am, with this, do you also intend to double your security also like the PSC? Like what they're doing now to the first family ng president?
Hindi ko na ini-expect yan, ma'am, sa PSC. And hindi ko rin tatanggapin, ma'am, at this point, kung magdadagdag sila ng mga tao dito. Kasi hindi na natin alam kung non-partisan ba yung
Well, not necessarily
idadagdag nila.
Not necessarily coming from PSC.
No, I don't trust anyone right now. So yes.
Even your security?
Even if PSC acts on what I said, no, I will not accept it anymore. That is what I did with PNP. Hindi na. Kasi hindi na natin alam eh. Baka igagawin pa yan nilang rason na maglagay ng mga tao dyan na nagtatrabaho para sa kanila.
Okay.
Okay, last two questions.
Do you share the same sentiments as your father, former president? Last night,
What
he
are
said,
his sentiments?
So last night, he asked the military if they would continue to support fractured governance and a leader who is...
I agree. So, no, excuse me sandali. I agree. with fractured governance. I was a member of cabinet, so I have personal knowledge. I agree with fractured governance. I agree with the assumption that he is a drug addict because he continuously refuses to do a drug test. Napakadali naman, di ba? Tulad ko, napakadali naman. Sinabi ko kaagad, gusto niyo ng neuropsychiatric test o kung ano pa man yung test na gusto niyo i-take ko. Gusto niyo ulitin ko yung bar exams. Lahat yan gagawin ko. No questions asked. Gusto niyo ng drug test? Sabi ko, dagdagan ko pa ng drug test. Napakadali gawin sa akin yan. Ngayon kaagad na araw na ito, gawin natin yan. Pero, lahat, sabi ko, sisimulan namin sa Office of the Vice President ang drug test, kaming lahat. Diba? So, dapat, tayong lahat sa gobyerno, mag-drug test tayong lahat. Lahat ng mga congressman ninyo.
What
Pa-drug
about
test.
the question for the military? To withdraw support?
No, I do not agree with that. So, as I said, i-qualify niyo yung answer ko. I agree with the fractured government. I have personal knowledge. I was a member of cabinet. I agree with the assumption that he is a drug addict. I think, mine is assumption. I think the former president has evidence that he really is a drug addict. So, pare-pareho lang din yun.
Ma'am, are you a threat? Sorry.
Sabi ko nga, diba, kailan ba yon nagsalita ako, sabi ko, dalawa lang naman hinihingi natin. Diba? As politicians, ibigay natin yung pangako natin sa mga tao. Diba? Ako, bumoto ako. Kasi sinabi 20 pesos ang per kilo ng bigas. And that would help so many families right now. Diba? Pangalawa, tingnan natin ang katinuan ng lahat. Diba? Pa-drug test nyo din yung AFP. Pa-drug test nyo din yung lahat ng PNP. But somehow, hanggang ngayon, OVP pa lang din ang papadrug test. I wonder why.
Ma'am, just to magkaroon ng reconciliation between you and the President.
No, hindi ako tao na nagpapaareglo. Tsaka hindi ako tao na nabibili ng pera.
Ma'am, are you a threat na to national security?
Am I a threat to national security? What they are doing to me is a threat. Sagot ko yan sa NSC. Mamaya, bukas.
Okay.
Ma'am, may nabanggit
Diba?
kayo na may binigay sa inyong sobre si First Lady ni Sara Marcos. Para saan ba yun? Ano ang purpose ng millions na yun na
Yes,
sinasabi?
I'm waiting for that question to come up in the committee hearing. So, let's wait for that question to come up in the committee hearing.
Friday, will you be able to attend the next hearing po? Just like yesterday.
Yes, I'm free on Friday. Tomorrow, I'll be in Basilan. And then Thursday, I'll be in Lingayen, Pangasinan. And then Friday, I'm free.
So you're ready to answer all their questions now?
I will answer my questions because I need to be there to help the other OVP personnel. They have expressed that they feel safer and they feel more comfortable if I am with them. But I will not be recognized if I don't take my oath. So I am forced to take my oath and answer questions under oath because I cannot take care of the OVP personnel.
But for example, to explain how 125 million pesos were spent within a matter of 11 days, or they have questions about acknowledgement receipts, will you explain all those or answer all those questions?
Isn't it that they've been asking those questions from the resource persons, from COA, from the OVP personnel? So why will I answer again?
Okay.
I already answered when we sent our answers to the Commission on Audit. It was clear there. In fact, ayoko naman kasi mag-discuss ng CF ba, but in fact, the 125 confidential funds had a notice of disallowance, but not the entire amount. Let's make that clear. Not the entire amount of the 125 million was disallowed by the Commission on Audit. Meaning, all the rest of the funds, I do not have the number right now. I think it's approximately 70 million that was disallowed. But that is subject to appeal because gusto ko ba sabihin ito sa inyo? Dahil during the discussion, I was telling the lawyer to submit a document. But the lawyer said, no, you know, when lawyers are discussing and they have their own positions, it's really a difficult meeting to do. I said to submit, and then the other lawyer said, do not submit. Eh di lumabas yung disallowance, and then sinabihan ko yung lawyer, sabi ko, tingnan mo, lumabas yung disallowance. Sabi ko, sa appeal, ilabas mo yung document.
Ma'am, si Colonel Chica and Colonel Nolasco na nabanggit ko na
Wait lang ha, so tapusin ko lang. And then, so cleared na yon. The first, second, and third quarters, undergoing audit. Merong AOM na sinasagot namin ngayon. Okay? For DepEd, the first and second quarters, may credit notice na yon. Ibig sabihin, cleared na ang buong pera. Diba? Ewan ko lang kung sinasabi ito ng mga congressman. Of course, hindi nila sinasabi, diba? Because they want to present their own narrative. Tapos na yon. The money in DepEd, first and second quarter, cleared with credit notice. The ongoing audit is on the third quarter only. And it's ongoing. So you cannot question an ongoing audit. Mm-hmm. And you cannot audit the funds of any government office because that is the exclusive domain of the Commission on Audit. Bakit nag-audit ang ating mga congressman? Dapat sila gumagawa ng batas. Nakikita nyo? Sinasabi na nila ngayon, in the proper time, we will legislate. Kasi sinasabi namin where is the proposed legislation? Hinahanap namin. So ngayon, dinadagdag na nila yon. Madali lang naman siya Pakinggan nyo lang, basahin nyo lang lahat ng mga nangyayari. Madali lang maintindihan kung anong ginagawa nila.
Okay.
Okay?
Last question please. Pag siya humarap na si Colonel Nolasco and Colonel Chica, mas maiintindihan na ba ng publiko at ng Kongreso itong paggastos po ng confidential funds?
Really, I still say that confidential funds, the use of confidential funds cannot be divulged. Sinasabi ko pa rin yan. They cannot be divulged in public. It will compromise lives and security of personnel who are cooperating or who are nandoon sa kabila na asset. You cannot do that. That is why it is called confidential funds.